Hi guys, apologies that I'm not there with you tonight. Unfortunately my little one's not been well, so you're going to have a little video of me instead of me being there with you. I really just wanted to go over the highlights of the ACES conference with you guys. For me, what was really important was self-care, especially now in our industry. There's a lot of stresses, there's a lot of pressures, and it's really important to ensure that we're looking after ourselves to enable us to be look after all those little people that mean so much to us. If we don't look after ourselves first, then we can't model that appropriate behaviour that they're looking for, and we also can't be there for them and fully connect with them and their emotional needs. So for me, that's paramount. That's the first most important thing. In addition to that, I think what we have to really do right now is be kind. Be kind to ourselves and be kind to others. Yeah, we might have got things wrong before. We might not have looked at things the same way. But we didn't know. We didn't know any better. And we did what we thought was best at that time. So it's really important that we don't blame ourselves and we don't feel guilty. We don't shame ourselves, we don't shame others. We fully embrace this change and we support each other with all this new knowledge and how we're going to implement it. That's probably two of the key messages that came through for me. And lastly, what I think's utmost important is genuine relationships with each other, with peers, with our children and with our families. If we don't have genuine relationships, we're never going to get to where we need to be. People need to trust us. People need to know that we really have their best interests. So having genuine partnerships and genuine relationships within our settings, within our communities, that's really important, and that's where we're going to really see the biggest impact and be able to make the most important changes. And I think that's something that we all do. We do that well. We know our service users, we know our families, we know our communities, but I think sometimes we get so caught up in red tape that we actually lose the transparency and the genuine relationships that are there. And I think that's something that we really need to grab a hold of. Go out of our way, meet and greet, down in the street for maybe the grannies or the grandpas that don't want to come in. For those parents that we know avoid drop-off, let's make sure that we go out our way, that we make a point of contact with those people, even if it's standing with a wee cup of coffee out in the car park and making sure that we really capture them in the moment and make them feel welcomed and valued and that they're not just another number within our setting. That's when we're going to make a big impact. That's when people know that we genuinely care about them, and that's when they're going to open up to us, and that's when we can really make the most impact. That's when we really get to understand what's going on at home, what's going on behind those closed doors. What is it that's creating those barriers for those children in our care? So again, for me, that's probably the third and final most important key message in getting this right, is that we are genuine. We really genuinely want to help, and it's important that our communities get that message across. And look after each other, be there for each other, really help each other. It's a tough journey for us. There's still not a lot out there on toxic stress and on ACEs and how that impacts not only on our children, our communities, but on us. We have a really important job, and it's really important that we convey that message and we do that well, and we model those behaviours to other people that maybe aren't quite brave enough to take that step yet. For me, one of the biggest things is looking after my staff team. They're the ones that have the biggest impact. They're the ones that have those positive attachments with our babies all the way through to our out of school care children, and where genuine relationships are really happening, not only with the children but with the families, with the parents. People know that they can pop in and come with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and say, I really need to chat, I really need someone that I can talk to. So it's above and beyond just looking after the children. And the children don't know that there's a financial transaction for their care. They genuinely love their caregivers, and we shouldn't be afraid of that. There's so much red tape that I think we've lost that connection, and connection is so important. The impact it has on brain development, emotional skills, social skills. We cannot lose the importance of connection. It's crucial, especially with the increase of 1140 hours and other changes that are happening in education, that connection is crucial to us getting this right. And if we want to make the appropriate steps in closing the attainment gap, we need to get that connection matters. Connection, attachment, love, genuine relationships, these things are crucial. And if we don't get this right, and these little people don't have genuine relationships, and they don't feel connection, and they don't feel loved, and they don't feel valued, we're never going to get there. So we need to get that bit right. And that starts with the guys, that starts with us guys at the top, about having genuine relationships with our staff team, about showing them that they're valued and that they matter. And some of the things we've done is we've increased our breaks, we provide snacks, we provide lunches, we've really changed the layout of our staff room so it's much more neutral, very calming. It very much mirrors our playrooms. It's somewhere that you can relax. There's not too much going on. In addition to that, we do have on hand a trauma counsellor that our staff can tap into, someone they can get advice from, someone that we can direct families and communities in need to. Small steps, but they make a big difference because our staff team know that we're not asking something of them that we wouldn't provide them ourselves. And creating genuine relationships with our workers models the behaviour that we expect to see with not only our children but with our parents and our communities. I'm really sorry that I'm not there to take any questions or get involved in some feedback and some chat, because I think it's a really worthwhile topic, and I'm sure all of us are doing our bit, and as long as all of us do a little bit, we will get there. But we definitely need to be there for each other, support each other, talk to each other, bounce off each other. Don't forget that connection matters at all levels, from our children, our babies, and each other. We really need to be there for each other just now. Connection is a key